Hello, English lovers. Welcome back to our channel. On today's lesson, we'll be talking about understanding fear and taking risk. Yeah, I am sure that this would equally help other supporters who have been asking about this topic in particular. But before we continue, you know how we do it, right? Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do not equally forget to turn on your notification bell for subsequent lessons, okay? All right, so overcoming fear and taking risks can be a transformative journey. So I had to do some research on what to do to help us in this journey. So, what is fear and risk? Now, fear is a natural response to uncertainty. Yeah, but it shouldn't hold you back, okay? Because it is normal for you to fear or to feel fear once in a while, but you have to move on and take risk. Risk taking is essential for personal growth and learning. Yeah, risk taking is essential for personal growth, learning, and personal development. Very important. So, no matter how much you fear of taking risk, just try taking risk, okay? All right, so what are some of the strategies for managing fear and anxiety? The first thing you have to do is to acknowledge and accept fear. Yes, accept the fact that you are afraid of this particular thing. Accept the fact that it is you do not want to venture into this particular thing. That alone is for you to identify the problem, you'll be able to identify the solution. Okay. So when you recognize your fears and anxieties, you accept them as normal emotions. Yeah, do not think that this is abnormal, or do not think that you are abnormal. No, it is very okay. Every human being experiences fear or anxiety once in a while. Yeah, the second thing is for you to refrain from fear. Reframe fear. The first one, you've acknowledged that you're afraid. The second, refrain from it. Okay, so challenge negative thoughts. Yeah, they would always come, especially when you're lonely, right? Those thoughts, those weird thoughts would always come, but challenge those thoughts and reframe fear as opportunities for growth and learning. The third one is take small steps. Yes, that you have to take small steps, okay, and you break risks down into smaller units. Take them once or one step at a time. Yeah, do not just venture into something entirely without seeing how the beginning would look like. I think that would help, right? All right. The fourth is build a supportive network. Yeah. Surround yourself with people who encourage and support you in taking calculated risk. Very important. We human beings, we need this motivation once in a while. We just need somebody to say, you see, you can do this, you can achieve this, and we are good to go, right? So surround yourself with positive energy, people who encourage, who understand, and can encourage you. All right. So let's take another one, embracing failure and learning. How do you embrace failure and learn? The first thing is to view failure as a learning opportunity. Yeah, if you fail at something right now, know that if you try again, you'll be better at it, right? So you just need to see failure as, consider that failure is not the end, but it is a stepping stone for you to achieve success. When you fail at something, whenever you want to do it again, I bet you'll be better because you've learned from your past experience. So you have to analyze failure, extract valuable lessons, and use them to refine your approach. All right, the second thing to do in order to embrace failure and learn from it is to develop a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. Yes, when you know that when you dedicate your time and you put in hard work, you'd succeed. Definitely, you try to venture into a particular thing because you know that failing is not the end. That's it. The third thing is for you to focus on progress, not problem. I'll take that again. Focus on progress, not problem, or not perfection. Yeah, because when you think about progress instead of problems you'd encounter or perfection, this would go a long way. You will know that it is okay to not be perfect. You will know that there is no one that is perfect. Yeah. So you celebrate small wins and acknowledge your progress rather than striving for perfection or rather than thinking that if I do this, I might encounter these problems. Yes, you can encounter problems because you are not perfect. So try as much as possible to embrace your imperfections. Okay? All right. Now, how then do let's take another subtopic, building resilience and confidence. Building resilience and confidence. The first one is to practice self reflection. Yeah, regularly reflect on your experiences, your successes, and failures to gain valuable insights and develop resilience. You know that when you accept or when you practice self reflection, like you sit and say, oh, I failed at this because I didn't do this. So you would turn to know what caused your failure and sort or yeah, you go after the solutions by trying to avoid what made you to fail and bringing in what would have given you success. All right, the second is to build confidence. Take calculated risk and challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone. Mhm. Each success builds confidence and momentum. Yeah, I can personally attest to this because when I set a goal and I achieve it, the confidence that I have, it triples. You get it? So we all want to succeed in whatever we venture into. Yeah, but this doesn't mean that if we fail at it, we should give up or we should, beat ourselves up. No, but when you practice self reflection, you build your confidence, you are good to go. All right, you accept failure and move on. Okay, the next is learn from role models. Mhm. Study the experiences of successful risk takers and learn from their journeys. Very important. We all need that one person, or we all have that one person we look up to. And most at times, these people we look up to have their own down moments. Good thing some of them always come out to share that, oh, when I was trying to do this, I had one or two issues, but this is how I overcame them. So when you have role models that you can learn from, it will go a long way to boost your self-confidence. It will go a long way to let you know that nobody is perfect, but to equally emphasize that when you fall, you always rise up. Okay, so the final things or the final tips you should take home from this lesson is that we should start small. Yeah, begin with small, manageable risk and gradually build up to bigger challenges. This happens to almost everyone. If you check out the very successful people that we look up to, we would see that they had one or two challenges. We would equally see that they started small and today they are where they are. All right. The next thing is to focus on the process, not the outcome. Yeah, concentrate on the process of taking risk and learning rather than fixation or, you know, rather than focusing on the outcome. Focus on the process. How did you do to reach this level? Yeah. Now, when the outcome is good, you're fine to go. But if the outcome isn't good, focus on the process. This is what I did. This is the experiences I learned in the process of trying to do this. You learn and move on, right? Okay, the last thing, but not the least, is to celebrate your wins. Very important, yeah. So, after you've taken risk, after you've overcome your fear and taken risk, what should you do? You should celebrate your win, right? Yeah, it's but normal for you to celebrate your wins. Acknowledge and celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Yeah, no matter how small they may seem, acknowledge them, celebrate them. Take for instance, you plan to build a house. You successfully got a plot of land or a piece of land. Mhm. And after getting that piece of land, you're unable to continue. Celebrate the fact that you finally got a piece of land. Yeah, then next time you can move on. You can start by doing your foundation and all of those things, but celebrate your wins every step of the way. Acknowledge and affirm that this is what I have achieved so far. Okay, so that is it on our lesson for today, which is understanding fear and taking risk. Yeah, I hope that you having watched this video up to this level means that you have something that you must have benefited from. So, can you please leave a comment in the comment section? Do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for subsequent lessons. If there is anything, any other topic you'd like us to handle, please leave that in the comment section. Okay? Thank you so much for your support. Thank you immensely for watching up to this level. May God bless you as you bless me. Okay? Thank you. See you in the next video. Ciao.